Good morning. Welcome to JA BizTown. This week we're talking about financial literacy. We're talking about some money today. So I'm so excited as our viewers join us. Do we have anyone with us yet? Nope, okay. So if you're joining us, when you're joining us, we are going to talk about money, about currency. So if you have a $5 bill, anyone that's joining us, if you happen to have a $5 bill, grab it because we're going to talk about it. So we'll go ahead and get started. Let me make sure I have everything. We'll see if anyone, yep, we have some friends. So if you have a $5 bill or in your house anywhere, grab it because I'm going to ask you some questions about it and point some things out about the $5 bill. We are talking about currency, about counterfeit money. I've learned so much getting this lesson ready for you guys. I'm so excited and it makes me so more curious about money. So thank you for joining us. If you have a $5 bill laying around, go grab it real quick and bring it back and we'll go ahead and get started. And if you haven't introduced yourself or said good morning, give us a wave, let us know who you are. We're happy to have you. We just have a couple more weeks of these lessons before the summer starts, so we're excited to have you. Do we have some friends with us? Okay, so if you have a $5 bill, anyone let me know if you have one, because we're going to need it in just a second. But we're talking about currency security. Now, who doesn't love money, right? A lot of times we have it, we have maybe a debit card. We might not have dollar bills. I tease my kids because they, for Christmas or birthdays, they always get cash. So if I ever need any cash, I go to the bank of my children and be like, do you have, 2 10s? Do you have a 20? They always seem to have cash. So does anyone have a $5 bill? Let me know if you have something. And let me read you a little bit of some information here. Okay, when people think about the United States Secret Service, you've heard of that? They usually picture bodyguards with wraparound sunglasses and earbuds accompanying the president and the first family everywhere they go. Have you seen that? Maybe on TV or movies where they have the microphone and the glasses, the Secret Service. Well, the Secret Service, you try saying that 5 times fast, has another important role. The second mission of the Secret Service is to safeguard the nation's financial infrastructure and payment systems and to preserve the integrity of the economy. So they're not just, bodyguards. Do we have anyone that grabbed a $5 bill? Not yet? Okay, if you have one, grab one, please. Looking for counterfeit bills is one of the jobs of Secret Service. And you guys know counterfeit means not real, right? If currency can be copied or counterfeited easily, it will have less value. To maintain the value of the nation's currency, it must be difficult to reproduce. That makes sense, right? We don't want it to be where you can go make a photocopy of a dollar. Okay, so let me tell you something else. One of the most important financial roles of the Secret Service is to prevent counterfeiters from passing phony bills. It's hard to believe, but each year about $70 million in counterfeit currency is circulated. $70 million. That's a lot of fake money. Have you ever found a fake dollar bill, counterfeit money? Fortunately, that's less than 0.01% of the total amount of currency in people's wallets, pockets, and purses. So it's not a lot, but still, that's a lot. $70 million, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of fake money. Modern duplicating equipment is sophisticated, but the U.S. Treasury tries to keep one step ahead of crooks trying to get away with passing fake bills. That's why U.S. paper money is changed and updated about every 7 years. I didn't know that. Did you guys know every 7 years? Okay, each new upgrade adds more intricate security measures that make it harder for dishonest people to copy bills, no matter how advanced their copy machines may be. Even with all the security measures, counterfeit bills do manage to sneak into circulation. What should you look for to make sure a bill is real? If you have a new $5 bill, take a look at it and see if you can recognize the following. So did anyone find a $5 bill? No one. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you this, and you can always go back and look. Again, it's sometimes hard to have, you might not have cash. Okay, let me tell you this. On the newest U.S. currency, notice that it has become much fancier with a multicolored background. Okay, and I'm going to show you some examples in a minute, but here's some background info. There are watermarks that can be seen only if you hold the bill up to the light. For example, on the $5 bill, you'll see the number 5 3 times in a column to the left of Abraham Lincoln's head. And if you've ever been in a store and you have a $20 bill and you see the cashier holding it up, they're looking for specific things. Has anyone ever seen that before? Here's something else to know. A thin security thread also is visible only when the bill is held up to the light. On the $5 bill, the thread is about a ½ inch to the right of Lincoln's portrait. There are examples of microprinting concealed in the decorative designs along the edges of the bill. You might need a powerful magnifying glass to see them. All right, so if you don't have a $5 bill, maybe take out any, if you have a 20 or a 1, and kind of check out these features. Okay, does anyone have any cash they can look at? Any questions or comments? Feel free to comment. We'd love to have your input. What should you do if you get a bill you suspect is phony? So if you think, I don't think this is a real dollar, I don't think this is a real $20 bill, do you know what you would do? This makes me kind of laugh, this first thing, but it's true. It says, do not try to apprehend the person who passed you the bill. So don't go running after, you gave me a fake bill. You do need to call the police immediately. Did any of you guess that? That's what you need to do. If the bill passer is long gone, maybe you don't realize it, or you've been shopping and you have it, and you spot a suspicious bill in your wallet, contact your local police or the Secret Service office to report what you have found so they can investigate. Okay? Being a counterfeiter is not a good idea. I think we can all agree to that, don't you? It's also not smart to try to pass a phony bill on purpose. Listen to this. The penalty for copying U.S. currency or trying to pass it as real can result in a fine and time in prison. How many years do you think you could get in prison if you try to pass on counterfeit money? How many years in prison? That's kind of a sad question, but I'm asking you that. How long do you think? Any guesses? Take a guess.
20.
Ooh, that's a good guess. Thank you. Actually, it's 15. You can get 15 years in prison. So, not worth it, right? 15 years is not worth the fake money. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a couple pairs of dollars that you're going to look at A and B. And I want you to think about which one you think is real and which one you think is counterfeit. And then I'll tell you if you're right and what the answer is. So come on over here and take a look at this first set. It's $20 bills. So I want you to look at A and B. And I want you to tell me which one do you think is real? A or B? And it's okay if you're wrong. I had to guess, and I learned a lot from this. So if you want to comment, which one is real, A or B? Let's take a look. And again, they look really similar. Which one looks like it's real? All right, well,
we have one guess for A.
Ooh, actually, A is counterfeit. Because, let me tell you, take a look at the numeral 20 in the lower right-hand corner. Do you see how it's green? It's supposed to be gold. Who knew, right? So B is real, A is counterfeit. All right, let's take a look at the next one, number 2. Thank you for that guess. Here, I'm going to cover this up so it's a little easier. Okay, so you're looking at these $50 bills. One is real, one is fake. This one I actually guessed. It was a lucky guess. But I bet once, if you have the same guess, I'll tell you why I guessed this one. All right. Which one is real, A or B? Anyone take a guess? Anyone? What's your guess?
We have a guess for B.
You are correct. B is the real $50 bill. A is counterfeit. Now, take a look at the flag. Do you see how the flag is green? It should be red. And that's actually what caught my eye. Like, that doesn't look right. It should be red. So, B is real. Whoever guessed that, nice job, because the flag needs to be red. All right, ready for the next one? All right, here's another $50 bill. Well, so now we know. Look, at both of the flags are red, so that doesn't give it away. Take a look and see which one looks real and which one looks fake. Now, this one is tricky. It was tricky for me, I should say. Maybe not for you. Which one looks real? Any guesses? What's the real $50 bill? If you guessed A is real, then you are correct. B is counterfeit. Okay, so do you see how Grant's portrait is in the center? It should be to the left. So that is, do we have any guesses?
We had 2 guesses for A.
Woo, you guys are so good. So his face needs to be to the left. Okay, we have one more. Are you ready? $100 bill. Does anyone have a $100 bill they can grab? You can bring it down here to J.A. Biztown. No, I'm just kidding. Take a look. $100 bill, A or B? Which one looks real? Which one looks counterfeit? You have to look really close. Which one is the real $100 bill, A or B? We have some comments, looks like. Okay, so the counterfeit $100 bill is B. So the real one is A. Did anyone guess that correctly? So let me tell you why. Do you guys know why A is real and B is fake? Do you see how this has the 100 printed over the seal? This one does not. So look at the other ones. See how they have the seal? That's why it's real. So, very interesting. Now I'm going to show you a website that you can check out if you want. This is all about currency. So it's uscurrency.gov/denominations. And so there's all sorts of things on this website. And you can scroll down. If you have younger siblings, there's some coloring sheets. There's a poster. There's information, a lot of reading. But I want to show you, if you click on whatever denomination. So we're going to do a $100 bill. And let's go ahead and scroll down. It says watch a video. It's just real quick. And I think it's really interesting. It gives some more details about the money. So here's our $100 bill. And you see on the back and the front. And it's going to talk a minute about the 3D security ribbon. So there it goes. Okay, so here's some information. Tilt the note back and forth while focusing on the blue ribbon. You will see the bells change to 100s as they move. When you tilt the note back and forth, the bells and the hundreds move side to side. If you tilt it side to side, they move up and down. The ribbon is woven in the paper, not printed on it. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's learn something else. Okay, the color shifting ink. Tilt the note to see the bell in the inkwell and the numeral 100 in the lower right corner of the front of the note. Shift from copper to green. Ooh. All right, let's see what else. The portrait watermark. Hold the note to light and look for a faint image of Benjamin Franklin in the blank space to the right. The image is visible from both sides of the note. All right, couple more. Ooh, the security thread. Hold the note to light to see an embedded thread running vertically to the left of the portrait. You see that? The thread is imprinted with the letters USA and the numeral 100 in an alternating pattern and is visible from both sides of the note. The thread glows pink when illuminated by ultraviolet light. That is interesting. So look at that. All right, we're going to see the raised printing. If you move your finger up and down Benjamin Franklin's shoulder on the left side of the note, it should feel rough to the touch, a result of the enhanced intaglio printing process used to create the image. Traditional raised printing can be felt throughout the $100 note and gives genuine Federal Reserve notes their distinctive texture. So next time, feel that dollar. Okay, last one. Let's go. I guess that's it. So what you can do is, we'll click out of that one. You know, this might be a little easier for you to check out. Okay, now it says it doesn't want us to look at that. But you can, if you want, you can go to any of the denominations and kind of see what it is. Isn't that fascinating? I think a lot of times, because so much is on debit cards and in our bank accounts, and gift cards, we don't get to really see what the currency is all about. But I think that's interesting. I hope you guys do too. There's one other website I want to show you if you want to learn more and check it out. It's called Know Your Money. All right, so it's secretservice.gov, and they have this paper that you can take a look at. It says Know Your Money, and a little bit that we've already talked about, but it points out different things. Here's the $100 bill, 50, the 20, the 10, and the 5, and then here's also some information. So this looks like the 2004 style. So it's going to tell you what these numbers are for. It's going to tell you everything. So I think it's really interesting. There's so many more details than I think we're aware of when we just hand, when we hand money into a store. Do we have any comments or questions about that money? All right, so what I want you guys to do when we're done in just a second, see if you have any dollar bills laying around the house in a wallet, maybe your parents. Come to the website, let me see what this was, the uscurrency.gov, and kind of see what you can find out about your dollar bills. It's really interesting. And, if you're ever curious if this is a real dollar you have, you can always check online and see what makes it special. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow morning and then again next week, 10 a.m. Thanks so much for joining us.